Hey, 7th graders, it's Mrs. Smith. So, last week we started The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. And I know a lot of you had enthusiasm about this book because many of you are familiar with it, you've seen the movie for it, and that's great. But over the past week, I have spent some time thinking about this book and what I want to do next with it. And I've come to a conclusion based on two things. Number one, this book is a little longer and intense than what I'm comfortable teaching when we are out of the classroom. The topic of the Holocaust and what happened during World War II is a little bit more intense than what I like to go through in our short little lessons here. If we were in the classroom, we'd be spending a lot more time building up the background of what was happening, explain a lot of the references, and unfortunately, it's just so difficult to do that without face-to-face interaction. And the second thing is, this book is about 18 chapters, and I'm really concerned about the pacing of this, that we're not going to get through this in a real tangible way. So finally, I came to a conclusion that I'm very pleased with, and I hope you will be too. We are going to step away from The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. We've started the first 4 chapters, and those assignments from last week are required. So if you have not made it through all 4 of those chapters in answering the questions that go along with them, please make sure that you get to that and submit those. Make sure your name is on there, because we did have a few submissions without names. But I've recorded chapters 5 and chapter 6, and I'm going to post those to our Google Classroom, because what I'm going to offer is, if you continue reading The Boy in the Striped Pajamas on your own and take the AR quiz over this, I will count it as 2 of your 3 ARs for this final grading period. So as you know, we have 3 books required for AR every grading period. And so if you read this one, which, like I said, is not going to be required, but if you do, it will be worth 2 of your 3 AR tests. So that means you just have to read 1 more on your own. So hopefully you will take advantage of that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, our lessons are going to look a little different into more daily lessons, shorter activities. I'm having a hard time concentrating for a long period of time while being at home, and I'm sure some of you are as well. So we're going to take a look at what best practice is while we are doing this e-learning and change up our work a little bit.